Are you tired of chasing partners who seem just out of reach? The ones who pull you in with a glimmer of hope, only to leave you feeling empty and unseen? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many of us find ourselves stuck in this painful cycle, wondering why we keep attracting emotionally unavailable people. But here's the thing. The answer isn't out there, it's within you. Your nervous system, shaped by your past, holds the key to understanding and breaking this pattern. Before we begin, a note. This video discusses trauma and emotional healing. If these topics feel heavy, please take care of yourself. Pause, breathe, or seek support from a professional if needed. This content is meant to inform and inspire, but it's not a substitute for personalized care. Welcome to Awareness Radiance. Today, we're exploring a topic that resonates deeply with many on their journey of spiritual awakening and emotional healing. Why we attract emotionally unavailable people, and more importantly, how to stop. This isn't just about relationships. It's about understanding ourselves at a core level, our attachment styles, our nervous system responses, and the wounds we carry from our past. You see, the people we attract often mirror something within us. If you're consistently drawn to partners who can't meet your emotional needs, it's not a coincidence. It's a reflection of your inner world, a signal from your nervous system that there's something to heal, something to learn. In this video, we'll unpack the science and spirituality behind this pattern. We'll delve into attachment theory, explore how your early experiences shape your relationship dynamics, and most crucially, we'll discuss practical steps to break free from this cycle. By the end, you'll have a clearer understanding of why this happens and actionable tools to start attracting the love and connection you truly deserve. So, if you're ready to stop chasing and start healing, let's begin. Imagine you're walking through a forest, searching for a hidden spring. You hear its gentle trickle in the distance, but every path you take leads you further from it. Frustrated, you keep wandering, hoping the next turn will bring you closer. This is what it's like to chase emotionally unavailable partners, always seeking, rarely finding. But what if the spring isn't out there? What if it's already within you, waiting to be uncovered? For years, I watched a close friend, let's call her Mia, fall into this pattern. She'd meet someone charming, someone with a spark, but soon enough, they'd pull away. They'd cancel plans, dodge deep conversations, or disappear entirely when she needed them most. Each time, she'd blame herself, wondering what she'd done wrong. But one day, she paused and asked a different question. Why does this keep happening? That question changed everything. Mia's story isn't unique. Maybe you felt that ache too, the longing for someone to truly see you, to stay when you need them. And yet, the people who enter your life seem to slip through your fingers like sand. Why does this happen? To answer that, we need to look at two things: how emotional unavailability shows up and how our past shapes who we're drawn to. Emotional unavailability isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's a partner who's physically there but emotionally distant, someone who listens but doesn't hear, who's present but never fully with you. Other times, it's more blatant. They tell you they're not ready for commitment, yet you hold on to the hope that they'll change. Either way, it leaves you feeling unseen, like you're shouting into a void. This pattern often stems from our earliest experiences. As children, we learn how to love and be loved from the people around us. If those relationships were inconsistent, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, our nervous system adapts. It becomes wired to expect unpredictability, to seek out what's familiar, even if it hurts. Think of your heart as a garden. The seeds planted in childhood, whether nurtured with care or left to wither, grow into the patterns you carry today. If you learned that love comes with distance, you might unknowingly seek out partners who keep you at arm's length. It's not because you want the pain. It's because your nervous system recognizes it as home. But here's where hope comes in. Just because this is your pattern doesn't mean it's your fate. Awareness is the first step to rewriting the story. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore why this happens through the lens of attachment theory and how you can shift it. We'll look at the dance between anxious and avoidant attachment styles, the roots of these patterns in our past, and the practical tools to cultivate something new. Let's start by understanding what's really going on when we connect with emotionally unavailable people. To understand why we attract emotionally unavailable partners, we first need to understand what emotional unavailability looks like and how it ties into our attachment styles. Picture this: you're with someone who seems perfect at first. They're charming, attentive, maybe even affectionate. But as time goes on, cracks appear. They shy away from talking about feelings, brush off your attempts to connect, or vanish when you need support. You're left wondering if it's you, if you're too much, too needy, too something. This is emotional unavailability in action. It's not always about coldness or cruelty. Sometimes it's subtle, a partner who's great on the surface, but leaves you lonely underneath. They might say all the right things, but never back them up with action. Or they might keep you close enough to feel hope, but distant enough to keep you guessing. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. It slips away no matter how tightly you grip. So why do we keep falling into this? The answer lies in attachment theory, a framework that explains how our early relationships shape the way we bond as adults. There are 4 main attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. Today, we'll focus on anxious and avoidant because these two often play a starring role in this dynamic. If you have an anxious attachment style, you crave closeness. You want to feel connected, understood, loved. But that desire comes with a shadow: fear. Fear that your partner will leave, that they don't really care, that you're not enough. You might find yourself overanalyzing their every word, seeking constant reassurance, or bending over backwards to keep them close. It's exhausting, but it's how you've learned to love. Now, contrast that with avoidant attachment. Someone with an avoidant style values independence above all else. They're uncomfortable with too much closeness, often pulling back when things get serious. They might seem aloof, prioritizing their own space over the relationship, or shutting down when emotions come up. For them, intimacy feels like a threat to their freedom. Here's where the magic, or the chaos, happens. Anxious and avoidant styles are drawn to each other. It's like a cosmic push and pull. The anxious person's need for connection triggers the avoidant person's need for distance. The avoidant pulls away, which sparks the anxious person's fear of abandonment, making them chase harder. It's a cycle that feeds itself, leaving both feeling trapped. Let's paint a picture with Sarah and John. Sarah grew up with parents who were unpredictable, one day loving, the next day distracted. She learned to cling, to seek approval, developing an anxious attachment style. John, meanwhile, had parents who were emotionally closed off, so he learned to fend for himself, becoming avoidant. They meet, and sparks fly. Sarah loves John's calm confidence. John admires Sarah's warmth. But soon, Sarah wants more time, more depth. John feels smothered and retreats. Sarah panics, texting him more, asking what's wrong. John goes silent, needing space. The more she pushes, the more he pulls back, until they're both miserable, sound familiar. This dance isn't rare. It's a pattern rooted in how we've learned to survive. If you're anxious, you might be drawn to the challenge of winning over someone distant, hoping it'll prove your worth. If you're avoidant, the anxious person's intensity might feel validating at first, until it's too much. But it's not just about the other person. It's about you, your history, your wiring. Your attachment style isn't a flaw, it's a map, showing you where you've been and where you can go. And the good news, you can redraw that map. Let's take a moment to breathe. If this feels close to home, you're not alone. Millions walk this path, and many have found a way through. In the next part, we'll dig into why these patterns take hold, what's driving them deep within us, and what they're trying to teach us. So, why do we keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners? It's not because we're broken or unworthy of love. In fact, it's often the opposite. These patterns are invitations for growth, signals from our soul that there's something deeper to heal. Let's start with the roots. If you lean anxious, you might be drawn to emotionally unavailable people because they echo your past. Maybe your caregivers were inconsistent. They're one moment, gone the next. Your nervous system got used to that roller coaster. So as an adult, you're pulled toward partners who feel the same. It's not love at first sight, it's recognition at first fight. Or maybe it's about self-worth. If you grew up feeling overlooked or unloved, a quiet part of you might believe that's all you're entitled to. So you find partners who reinforce that story, people who can't fully show up, leaving you to prove yourself over and over. It's a heavy burden, but it's one you can lay down. Now, let's weave in the spiritual thread. Relationships aren't just chance encounters, they're mirrors. If you're attracting emotional distance, it might reflect a distance within you. Are you fully present with your own emotions? Do you honor your needs, or do you push them aside, hoping someone else will pick them up? Imagine your soul as a lighthouse, guiding you through the fog. Each time an unavailable partner crosses your path, it's a beam of light pointing you inward. What's this showing me? Where am I not showing up for myself? These questions aren't accusations, they're gifts. Take Alex, for example. He always ended up with partners who kept him at a distance. Growing up, his parents were consumed with work, rarely there when he needed them. As an adult, he chased people who mirrored that absence, thinking if he could just get them to stay, he'd finally feel enough. But the real shift came when he stopped chasing and started listening to himself. This pattern isn't random. It's a lesson in disguise. Maybe it's teaching you patience or resilience or the courage to love yourself first. Whatever it is, it's yours to uncover. Let's try something. Pause for a second and think about your past relationships. Is there a thread of emotional unavailability running through them? If so, what might that say about you, not as a judgment, but as a clue? Here are some questions to sit with. What was love like in my childhood? Was it steady or scattered? How do I see myself in relationships? Do I feel deserving of care? Am I giving myself the attention I seek from others? Jot these down later if you can. They're stepping stones to clarity. There's a metaphor I love. Life as a tapestry. Each relationship, each heartache, is a thread weaving something bigger. Sometimes the threads are tangled, but with time and care, you can smooth them out. Attracting emotionally unavailable people might feel like a knot right now, but it's not the whole picture. This isn't about blame, not of yourself, not of your past. It's about understanding. Why does your heart keep choosing this? What's it asking you to see? The answers aren't out there in someone else's hands, they're in yours. In the next part, we'll turn this awareness into action. How do you stop this cycle? How do you call in something different? It's not as far off as it might seem. Now that we understand why we attract emotionally unavailable partners, let's talk about how to stop. This isn't about fixing others. It's about transforming ourselves, our beliefs, our habits, our relationship with who we are. First, know yourself. Your attachment style is your starting point. Are you anxious, craving closeness but fearing loss? Avoidant, guarding your space at all costs? Or somewhere in between? There's no shame in any of it. It's just data. If you're unsure, reflect on how you act in relationships, or explore resources online to pinpoint it. For the anxious among us, the work is about finding calm within. Your nervous system might be on high alert, expecting rejection around every corner. You can soothe it with practice. Deep breaths when you feel that pull to chase, or a mantra like "I am enough" when doubt creeps in. It's not instant, but it builds. If you're avoidant, your path might be opening up. Vulnerability can feel like stepping off a cliff, but it's a muscle you can strengthen. Start small, share a feeling with a friend, let someone in just a little. You don't have to lose yourself to connect. No matter your style, the goal is secure attachment, a place where you feel safe being close and being yourself. It's not about perfection, it's about balance. And it starts with self-worth. If you don't believe you deserve love that shows up, you'll keep finding love that doesn't. So rewrite that belief. Try this. Every day, write 3 things you value about yourself. Maybe it's your kindness, your curiosity, your strength to keep going. It's like planting seeds in that garden we talked about. Over time, they bloom. Next, be your own safe harbor. Emotional availability starts with you. If you're sad, don't wait for someone to fix it. Wrap yourself in kindness. Light a candle, listen to the rain, or hold your own hand through the quiet. It sounds simple, but it's profound. Boundaries are your next tool. If you're used to unavailable partners, you might let too much slide, excusing distance, chasing crumbs. Boundaries say, "This is what I need, and I'm worth it." Practice with something small. "I'd love to talk about this. When's a good time for you?" If they can't meet you there, you decide what's next. Here's an exercise: the self-worth journal. Grab a notebook and each night, write those 3 things you appreciate about yourself. Then add 1 need you met that day, like resting when you were tired, or saying no when you meant it. It's a mirror showing you your own light. Meditation helps too. Sit for 5 minutes, breathe, and feel your presence. No one else's approval is required here, just you, whole as you are. It quiets the noise and reminds you of your center, and watch for patterns early. Does this person dodge feelings? Flake when it matters. Your intuition knows, trust it. You don't have to fix them, you can choose differently. Finally, embody what you want. If you seek warmth, be warm to yourself. If you want trust, trust your own heart. The energy you carry shifts who walks into your life. Let's revisit Sarah. After years of chasing, she took a new path. She journaled her fears, meditated on her worth, and set boundaries with grace. She stopped settling for less. Over time, she met someone who stayed, not because she forced it, but because she'd become someone who stays for herself. This is possible for you. It's not a race or a rule book, it's a journey. Some days you'll stumble, and that's okay. Healing isn't linear, it's alive. In closing, This pattern of attracting emotionally unavailable people isn't your end game. It's a chapter, one you can close with awareness and care. Understand your roots, nurture your worth, and step into relationships that reflect your light. Thank you for being here. If this resonated, share your thoughts below. What's one step you'll take today? Like and subscribe for more on emotional healing and inner growth. You're worthy of love that meets you fully, starting with the love you give yourself.